بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله فاطر السماوات والأرض جاعل الملائكة رسلا أولي أجنحة مثنى وثلاث ورباع يزيد في الخلق ما يشاء إن الله على كل شيء قدير ما يفتح الله للناس من رحمة فلا ممسك لها وما يمسك فلا مرسل له من بعده وهو العزيز الحكيم يا أيها الناس اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم هل من خالق غير الله يرزقكم من السماء والأرض لا إله إلا هو فأنى تؤفكون وإن يكذبوك فقد كذبت رسل من قبلك وإلى الله ترجع الأمور يا أيها الناس إن وعد الله حق فلا تغرنكم الحياة الدنيا ولا يغرنكم بالله الغرور إن الشيطان لكم عدو فاتخذوه عدوا إنما يدعو حزبه ليكونوا من أصحاب السعير الذين كفروا لهم عذاب شديد والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير أفمن زين له سوء عمله فرآه حسنا فإن الله يضل من يشاء ويهدي من يشاء فلا تذهب نفسك عليهم حسرات إن الله عليم بما يصنعون والله الذي أرسل الرياح فتثير سحابا فسقناه إلى بلد ميت فأحيينا به الأرض بعد موتها كذلك النشور من كان يريد العزة فلله العزة جميعا إليه يصعد الكلم الطيب والعمل الصالح يرفعه والذين يمكرون السيئات لهم عذاب شديد ومكر أولئك هو يبور والله خلقكم من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم جعلكم أزواجا وما تحمل من أنثى ولا تضع إلا بعلمه وما يعمر من معمر ولا ينقص من عمره إلا في كتاب إن ذلك على الله يسير وما يستوي البحران هذا عذب فرات سائغ شرابه وهذا ملح أجاج ومن كل تأكلون لحما طريا وتستخرجون حلية تلبسونها وترى الفلك فيه مواخر لتبتغوا من فضله ولعلكم تشكرون يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وسخر الشمس والقمر كل يجري لأجل مسمى ذلكم الله ربكم له الملك
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah for this opportunity to be virtually together on this very special occasion. We're just at the doorstep of the arrival of the blessed month of Ramadan for at least most of the world, if not all the world, at least among the vast majority of the followers of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. There will still be another day of the month of Sha'aban, but for maybe some people they'll be celebrating it, or they'll be commemorating the beginning of the month tomorrow. And we're in the last, for many of us at least, we're well, some of us were still waiting to know about the moon sighting, but in any case, it's either the last end of the month of Sha'aban or the beginning of the month of Ramadan. But for most, it's the end of the month of Sha'aban, and it's a very special time to be able to remember Allah Ta'ala and to worship Him. As we are getting ready for the arrival of the most important month of the year, we have to ask ourselves, what is it that we're doing to prepare ourselves for that? And, we're at a special time right now where a lot of people are giving advice. Like if you go online, everyone has a list of suggestions saying that, okay, do these things, make sure you have these type of rituals and these types of sort of routines. For your kids, you can do this, you can do that. And a lot of it is useful, but sometimes you might feel overwhelmed. You might think that after all, I have a limited amount of time. I just want to do what's the best. I just really want to do what I need to do in order to make the best out of this month that's about to come. So what is the best thing that we can do? It's very interesting. If we go to the words of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam, we see a lot of very important key advice about what we should be doing at this time. For example, there's a famous story of one of the companions of Imam al-Rida alayhi salam. It was towards the end of the month of Sha'aban. And when he went to see Imam al-Rida alayhi salam, his name is Abu Salt, he was one of the good companions of Imam. He goes to see Imam al-Rida alayhi salam, and the Imam tells him that, "O Abu Salt, the greater part of the month of Sha'aban has now gone away. So now make up whatever you can in whatever remains of this month." And then he gives them a list of things that he can do. If you wanted to summarize what these things have to do, like what is it that the Imam wants him to do, basically you can go to the end of that tradition, where he tells him that recite this dua often in the remaining part of the month. Allahumma illam takun ghafarta lana fima mada min sha'aban faghfir lana fima baqiya min. O Allah, if you did not forgive us in the part of Sha'aban that has passed, meaning, for example, in the 29 days that have passed, O Allah, if you haven't forgiven us, then do forgive us in what remains of it. And he tells him, recite this supplication, this dua often, meaning a lot. Recite this dua again and again and again. So what is that one thing that we're looking for from Allah as we are, insha'Allah, going to have the honor of entering the blessed month of Ramadan? It is Allah's forgiveness. We want to be clean of our sins. We want to enter with a heart which is pure. We want to have our heart be empty of anything that blocks it from its true owner. Who is the true owner of our heart? We have a famous hadith where the Ahlul Bayt tell us, I believe it's a tradition narrated from Imam As-Sadiq alayhi salam. He says, Al-qalbu haram Allah. The heart is the special place of Allah. فَلَا تُسْكِنْ حَرَمَ اللَّهِ غَيْرَ اللَّهِ. Don't allow anyone but Allah to live in the haram of Allah. Meaning that if there's anything in our heart which is there, which blocks the light of Allah from entering, which blocks it from being occupied by its true owner, we have to get rid of it. So that can be the effects of sins. It can be negative ill will and negative feelings towards other believers. These are things specifically which have been mentioned. Now, let's go now to the life of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. It's very beautiful. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, there's a tradition which narrates a dua that the Imam used to recite on the last night of Sha'ban and on the first night of the month of Ramadan. What does that tell us? It means that Imam Sadiq alayhi salam was reciting this dua multiple times. This dua is welcoming the month of Ramadan. And the fact that he's reciting it like both on the last night of Sha'ban and on the first night of the month of Ramadan, it means that, he's like anticipating something. He's getting himself ready for something. There's something that's very, very important that he's preparing himself for through this dua. So when we come to this dua, it's one of those super beautiful duas. All the duas are beautiful, but there's some which are like, just like shining stars. And this is one of those duas which is like a shining star. It's not often talked about. I haven't seen it being like promoted that much, but actually, when we go and look at it, a lot of the great teachers of spirituality and ethics, they emphasize this dua. It's a short dua, but they themselves read it. They themselves give explanations for it. They recommend that other people read it as well. Why is that? The reason is because when we're trying to understand what we want from the month of Ramadan, it's not up to me and you to just come up with those type of things. It's not that we can just say that like, I think it'd be good to have like this thing or that thing, and let me tell everyone else that they need to decorate in this way or do this thing or that thing. Okay, a lot of them might be good ideas, but ultimately we have our guides, right? The Ahlul Bayt are the ones who are going to be telling us what it is that we need to be doing. So when we go to this dua, we see what is it that the Imam was asking for in this month. And then we can ask ourselves that, can we find a way to align our requests with the Imam's requests? Can we ask the same thing that the Imam was asking for? I'm only going to read one line of this dua just to give you a flavor for it. And then I want to give you a little bit of the explanation that some of our great scholars in ethics and spirituality have given regarding this. But it's just a teaser. And then what I want to encourage you to do is to look up this dua on your own. And when you get a chance, then inshallah you can read this dua. It's short. If you can't read the Arabic, you can read the English translation. It's very beautiful. It's very powerful. And it's a way of orienting ourselves and trying to understand that what is the whole month of Ramadan about. So one of the lines in this dua is that the Imam al-Islam says, Allahumma abqini khayra al-baqa wa afnini khayra al-fana. O Allah, grant me to live the best of lives and grant me to die the best of deaths. The Imam al-Islam is saying that, Allah, I don't want to stick around in this world for just any random purpose. I want to be here, and I want to be here for the best of reasons. I want my stay to be here. I want my stay here to be the best of stays. Now, that's something that doesn't just come about randomly. It comes about by asking Allah for that. And then he says that when I leave this world, I want to leave in the best way possible. What a beautiful thing to think about. That both my life, the way I live, And the way I die, I want it to be the best thing possible. And that's, when am I thinking about that? I'm thinking about that as I'm just at the doorstep of the month of Ramadan. What a beautiful thing to ask for. We're reminded here of the lives of the prophets. We're reminded here of the lives of the Imam alayhim as-salam. How every moment of their life was a source of barakah for themselves and for others. We're reminded here of the lives of the great ulama, scholars like many of them, but for example, Imam Khomeini rahmatullahi alayhi, somebody who his life was filled with so much barakah. Or we're also reminded of the lives of the shuhada, the martyrs, those who lived in this world, but they knew that they were only temporary travelers here. There was something greater for which they were created. We're reminded of Shaheed Qasim Soleimani, who in his death was able to give life to so many, and that life is getting stronger and stronger. And then the Imam al-Islam says that, what kind of life is that? He says, ala muwalati awliyaik, while loving your awliya, meaning your close ones, meaning the Ahlul Bayt. I want to live that type of life. Wa mu'adati a'daik, and hating your enemies. Both of them are important. Allah tells us in the Qur'an, لا تتخذوا عدوي وعدوكم أولياء. Don't take my enemies as your friends. Sometimes when we admire, the enemies of Allah, or the enemies of everything that Allah has commanded us towards, the enemies of goodness, the enemies of modesty, the enemies of religiousness, we admire them by watching their videos, by following them, by liking them, by consuming the media that they produce. We're actually taking the enemies of Allah as friends. Here we're saying that, Allah, I want my life to be like this. I want to be hand in hand in my entire life with the Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. Everything that I aspire for, everything that is important to me, I want it to be the way the Ahlul Bayt want it to be. But I also want to be away from their enemies. وَالرَّغْبَةِ إِلَيْكَ. Oh Allah, I want my life to be one where I'm completely, from head to toe, I'm desiring of you. I want to have passion for you, Allah. That's what my heart was created for, after all. That's something which was within me, that I want to be close to Allah. But not just love, but also وَالرَّهْبَةِ مِنْكَ. I also want to have fear and awe of you, because I'm scared of, I know myself. I don't want to be somebody who falls short. I know that so many times there's the way that I ought to be, I fall short. So that's something that I want as well. وَالْخُشُوءِ وَالْوَفَاءِ وَالتَّسْلِيمِ لَكَ. I want to have loyalty and humility and to obey you. If we look at the life of the prophets, for example, Nabi Yusuf alayhi salam, what was Nabi Yusuf's dua? He says that, oh Allah, he says that I want to have taslim to you. Right? In Surah Yusuf, the way that the surah ends, towards the end, he says that, oh Allah, the thing that I want is taslim. That's something I'm yearning for, is to live a life where I'm completely subservient to you. وَالتَّصْدِيقِ بِكِتَابِكَ, and to believe in your book. وَاتِّبَاعِ سُنَّةِ رَسُولِكَ, and to follow the sunnah of your messenger, sallallahu alayhi wa. This is just an example of one line from this beautiful dua. When we read this, then we try to understand what it means to enter the month of Ramadan, what's really important. Sometimes we're thinking shallow. We're thinking that, okay, when is it going to start? When is it going to end? This time, okay, I got to plan this thing, that thing. And, some of that is, of course, important, useful, and is beneficial. But let's try to think a little bit deeper. What the Imam is asking for are those things which are going to change his life. And he wants us to ask for that as well, too. How can we change completely? And what that's going to require, just to go back to the beginning, what I said, is Allah's forgiveness. So here on this night, Thursday night, the best of nights, in one of the best months, the month of Sha'aban, or maybe for some of you, or depending on the moon sighting, which we still don't know yet, it could be the first of the month of Ramadan. But it's one of the best times for us to be asking Allah for His forgiveness. I just want to tell you one story, and then inshallah we'll begin with the dua portion. When we are seeking Allah's forgiveness, we have to remember that this is a door that Allah has opened for us, and it's up to us to walk through this door. It's something which is very important. It's something which is super beautiful. It's like this concept that Allah created us. He knows that we're going to fall short, but then He says that, look, there's a way to compensate for that. You can make up for it. And that way is by seeking forgiveness from Allah. One of the scholars in his book, he says that I was visiting Medina. And this was after the, sometime, many centuries after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I was near the grave of Rasulullah, and there was a man who came from the desert, and he came crying to the grave of Rasulullah. And he tells him, he says that he talks to Rasulullah, he sends his salam to him, and he tells him that Allah in His book has revealed a verse where He says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولو أنهم إذ ظلموا أنفسهم جاءوك فاستغفروا الله واستغفروا لهم الرسول لوجدوا الله توابا رحيما. If only when they do dhulm to themselves, they were to come and seek forgiveness from Allah, and Rasulullah were to seek forgiveness for them, then they would find Allah tawaban, meaning Allah is turning to them and accepting their tawbah, and Allah is rahim, Allah is very merciful. So this man says that this is what I found in the book of Allah. So I have come to your grave, Rasulullah. And then he composes some poetry praising Rasulullah, saying he's the best of people, and so on and so forth. And he's crying, he's saying that I'm looking for Allah's forgiveness. Now this alim is watching this scene, and he's looking at this man who's a simple person, but he's so sincere, so passionate. And he's come to the right place. And that night, this alim in his dream, he sees Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he tells him that tell that man that his sins have been forgiven on account of his seeking forgiveness. Now, this is one of the stories that some of the scholars of the Ahl Sunnah, who maybe sometimes a few of them, they say that okay, it's not valid for us to go visit the graves of like the awliya of Allah because they've passed away. So when they come to these type of stories, then they get stuck. They're like, well, even some of our own scholars, they say that we accept these things have happened, but there's a deep message there for us that if we seek forgiveness from Allah, and if the wali of the time, if the Prophet, if the Ahlul Bayt seek forgiveness on our behalf, then not only will we be forgiven, but our heart will find something new. What is that thing that the heart will find? It will find Allah. And Allah in what capacity? Allah is Tawwab and Rahim. Meaning that not only is it going to be the case that we don't get punished in the fire of hell, not only in the case that we're going to be entering Jannah, but even here and now, our hearts will be able to be acquainted with Allah. Allah, who is the one who is most merciful and the most accepting of the repentance. So these are the things that we're looking for on this type of night. We want to enter month of Ramadan like that. We can't go to the grave of Rasulullah. We can't go to the dhari of Amir al-Mu'mineen. We can't go to the dhari of Imam Hussein, Sayyid al-Shuhada. But what we can do in our homes is we can take our hearts there. So what we're going to do, inshallah, is we're going to be reciting the dua Kumayl, and inshallah we'll try to remember Imam Hussein alayhi salam after that. After that, inshallah, we're going to be having our interactive portion. I have a few announcements as well too about some of the exciting initiatives that we have planned, inshallah, for the upcoming month of Ramadan. And there's going to be a small interactive portion there as well relating to the Qur'an. So please do stay with us, and inshallah, we hope that this event will be something which is a source of pleasure to Allah and a source of blessings for all of us. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa alihi tahirin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إني أسألك برحمتك التي وسعت كل شيء، وبقوتك التي قهرت بها كل شيء، وخضع لها كل شيء، وذل لها كل شيء، وبجبروتك التي غلبت بها كل شيء، وبعزتك التي لا يقوم لها شيء، وبعظمتك التي ملأت كل شيء، وبسلطانك الذي على كل شيء، وبوجهك الباقي بعد فناء كل شيء، وبأسمائك التي ملأت أركان كل شيء، وبعلمك الذي أحاط بكل شيء، وبنور وجهك الذي أضاء له كل شيء. يا نور يا قدوس، يا أول الأولين ويا آخر الآخرين. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تهتك العصم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل النقم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تغير النعم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحبس الدعاء. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل البلاء. اللهم اغفر لي كل ذنب أذنبته، وكل خطيئة أخطأتها. Oh Allah, it's the end of the month of Sha'ban. You gave us the honor of living in the month of Rajab. You gave us life in the month of Sha'ban. You asked us to turn to you, to remember you. You gave us the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, who taught us how to come to know you, how to ask from you. Now you have given us the honor of entering the month of Ramadan, insha'Allah. Oh Allah, I want to enter this month the way that the Ahlul Bayt wanted me to enter this month. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi was giving his sermon, talking about the month of Ramadan, Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam asked him, Ya Rasulullah, what's the best thing that we can possibly do in this month? Rasulullah tells him, O Ali, the best thing is to stay away from what Allah has prohibited. O Allah, I ask you to forgive my sins and to keep me away from those things you want me to stay away from. Allahumma inni ataqarrabu ilayka bidhikrik وأستشفع بك إلى نفسك وأسألك بجودك أن تدنيني من قربك وأن توزعني شكرك وأن تلهمني ذكرك. اللهم إني أسألك سؤال خاضع متذلل خاشع أن تسامحني وترحمني وتجعلني بقسمك راضيا قانعا وفي جميع الأحوال متواضعا. اللهم وأسألك سؤال من اشتدت فاقته وأنزل بك عند الشدائد حاجته وعظم فيما عندك رغبته. اللهم عظم سلطانك وعلى مكانك وخفي مكرك وظهر أمرك وغلب قهرك وجرت قدرتك ولا يمكن الفرار من حكومتك. اللهم لا أجد لذنوبي غافرا ولا لقبائحي ساترا ولا لشيء من عملي القبيح بالحسن مبدلا غيرك. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك وبحمدك ظلمت نفسي وتجرأت بجهلي وسكنت إلى قديم ذكرك لي ومنك علي. اللهم مولاي كم من قبيح سترته وكم من فادح من البلاء أقلته وكم من عثار وقيته وكم من مكروه دفعته وكم من ثناء جميل لست أهلا له نشرته. اللهم عظم بلائي وأفرط بي سوء حالي وقصرت بي أعمالي وقعدت بي أغلالي وحبسني عن نفعي بعد أملي وخدعتني الدنيا بغرورها ونفسي بجنايتها ومطالي. يا سيدي فأسألك بعزتك ألا يحجب عنك دعائي سوء عملي وفعالي ولا تفضحني بخفي ما اطلعت عليه من سري ولا تعاجلني بالعقوبة على ما عملته في خلواتي من سوء فعلي وإساءتي ودوام تفريطي وجهالتي وكثرة شهواتي وغفلتي. وكن اللهم بعزتك لي في كل الأحوال رؤوفا وعلي في جميع الأمور عطوفا. إلهي وربي من لي غيرك؟ أسأل كشف ضري والنظر في أمري. إلهي ومولاي، أجريت علي حكما اتبعت فيه هوى نفسي، ولم أحترس فيه من تزيين عدوي، فغرني بما أهوى وأسعده على ذلك القضاء، فتجاوزت بما جرى علي من ذلك بعض حدودك، وخالفت بعض أوامرك، فلك الحجة علي في جميع ذلك، ولا حجة لي فيما جرى علي فيه قضاءك. وألزمني حكمك وبلاؤك، وقد أتيتك يا إلهي بعد تقصيري وإسرافي على نفسي، معتذرا نادما منكسرا مستقيلا مستغفرا منيبا مقرا مذعنا معترفا، لا أجد مفرا مما كان مني، ولا مفزعا أتوجه إليه في أمري غير قبولك عذري، وإدخالك إياي في سعة رحمتك. اللهم فاقبل عذري وارحم شدة ضري، وفكني من شدي وثاقي. يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني ورقة جلدي ودقة عظمي، يا من بدأ خلقي وذكري وتربيتي وبري وتغذيتي. Oh Allah, on this night I apologize to you. Accept my excuse. What right do I have to stand against you, to violate your command, to contradict your law? What do I have to combat you? My body is so weak, my bones so frail. You are the one who brought me to existence. You are the one who sustains me. You are the one who will take me away from this world. هبني لابتداء كرمك وسالي في برك بي، يا إلهي وسيدي وربي. أتراك معذبي بنارك بعد توحيدك، وبعد ما انطوى عليه قلبي من معرفتك، ولهج به لساني من ذكرك، واعتقده ضميري من حبك، وبعد صدق اعترافي ودعائي خاضعا لربوبيتك، هيهات أنت أكرم من أن تضيع من ربيته، أو تبعد من أدنيته، أو تشرد من آويته، أو تسلم إلى البلاء من كفيته ورحمته. وليت شعري يا سيدي وإلهي ومولاي أتسلط النار على وجوه خرت لعظمتك ساجدة، وعلى ألسن نطقت بتوحيدك صادقة، وبشكرك مادحة، وعلى قلوب اعترفت بإلهيتك محققة، وعلى ضمائر حوت من العلم بك حتى صارت خاشعة، وعلى جوارح سعت إلى أوطان تعبدك طائعة، وأشارت باستغفارك مذعنة. ما هكذا الظن بك، ولا أخبرنا بفضلك عنك يا كريم يا رب. وأنت تعلم ضعفي عن قليل من بلاء الدنيا وعقوباتها وما يجري فيها من المكاره على أهلها، على أن ذلك بلاء ومكروه قليل مكثوه يسير بقاؤه قصير مدته. Oh Allah, you know how impatient I get, how worried and anxious I get over the bala and trials that I face in this world, even though I have you as my Rabb, I have you as my Lord. I know that you are taking care of me. But what about the trials of the hereafter? They don't end so short. They're not so limited. What am I gonna do then, oh Allah, if I don't have access to your mercy, to your care and protection? فكيف احتمالي لبلاء الآخرة وجليل وقوع المكاره فيها، وهو بلاء تطول مدته ويدوم مقامه ولا يخفف عن أهله، لأنه لا يكون إلا عن غضبك وانتقامك وسخطك، وهذا ما لا تقوم له السماوات والأرض. يا سيدي فكيف لي وأنا عبدك الضعيف الذليل الحقير المسكين والمستكين. يا إلهي وربي وسيدي ومولاي، لأي الأمور إليك أشكو ولما منها أضج وأبكي، لأليم العذاب وشدته أم لطول البلاء ومدته؟ فلئن صيرتني للعقوبات مع عدائك وجمعت بيني وبين أهلي بلائك وفرقت بيني وبين أحبائك وأوليائك، فهبني يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي وربي. صبرت على عذابك فكيف أصبر على فراقك؟ وهبني صبرت على حر نارك، فكيف أصبر عن النظر إلى كرامتك؟ أم كيف أسكن في النار ورجائي عفوك؟ Wallah, because of my sins, I have hardened my heart. It was supposed to be filled with remembrance of you, with your love, with love of your near ones, the Ahlul Bayt. But I've polluted it with so many things. I'm fearful that in the hereafter that will result in being a fire from which there will be no escape. The heart that did not know you in this world, how will it come to know you in the hereafter? This heart of mine might be the reason that I am separated from my Mawla Amirul Mu'mineen on the day of judgment. فبعزتك يا سيدي ومولاي أقسم صادقا لئن تركتني ناطقا لأضجن إليك بين أهلها ضجيج الآمنين، ولأصرخن إليك صراخ المستصرخين، ولأبكين عليك بكاء الفاقدين، ولأنادينك أين كنت يا ولي المؤمنين، يا غاية آمال العارفين، يا غياث المستغيثين، يا حبيب قلوب الصادقين، ويا إله العالمين. أفتراك سبحانك يا إلهي وبحمدك تسمع فيها صوت عبد مسلم سجن فيها بمخالفته، وذاق طعم عذابها بمعصيته، وحبس بين أطباقها بجرمه وجريرته، وهو يضج إليك ضجيج مؤمل لرحمتك، ويناديك بلسان أهل توحيدك، ويتوسل إليك بربوبيتك. يا مولاي، فكيف يبقى في العذاب وهو يرجو ما سلف من حلمك؟ أم كيف تؤلمها النار وهو يأمل فضلك ورحمتك؟ أم كيف يحرقه لهيبها وأنت تسمع صوته وترى مكانه؟ أم كيف يشتمل عليه زفيرها وأنت تعلم ضعفه؟ أم كيف يتقلقل بين أطباقها وأنت تعلم صدقه؟ أم كيف تزجر زبانيتها وهو يناديك يا رباه؟ أم كيف يرجو فضلك في عتقه منها فتتركه فيها؟ هيهات ما ذلك الظن بك ولا المعروف من فضلك، ولا مشبه لما عملت به الموحدين من برك وإحسانك، فباليقين أقطع لولا ما حكمت به من تعذيب جاحديك، وقضيت به من إخلاد معانديك، لجعلت النار كلها بردا وسلاما، وما كان لأحد فيها مقرا ولا مقاما، لكنك تقدست أسماؤك أقسمت أن تملأها من الكافرين من الجنة والناس أجمعين، وأن تخلدا فيها المعاندين، وأن تجل ثناؤك قلت مبتدئا، وتطولت بالإنعام متكرما، أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون. إلهي وسيدي، فأسألك بالقدرة التي قدرتها، وبالقضية التي حتمتها وحكمتها، وغلبت من عليه أجريتها، أن تهب لي في هذه الليلة وفي هذه الساعة كل جرم أجرمته، وكل ذنب أذنبته، وكل قبيح أسررته، وكل جهل عملته، كتمته أو أعلنته، أخفيته أو أظهرته، وكل سيئة أمرت بإثباتها الكرام الكاتبين الذين وكلتهم بحفظ ما يكون مني، وجعلتهم شهودا علي مع جوارحي، وكنت أنت الرقيب علي من ورائهم، والشاهد لما خفي عنهم، وبرحمتك أخفيته، وبفضلك سترته، وأن توفر حظي من كل خير أنزلته، أو إحسان فضلته، أو بر نشرته، أو رزق بسطته، أو ذنب تغفره، أو خطأ تستره. يا ربي يا ربي يا رب. Wallah, it's Thursday night. I'm asking you sincerely, I'm begging you, Allah, forgive my sins before I enter the month of Ramadan. Oh Allah, I want to be amongst those who truly benefit from this month on the night of Qadr. Oh Allah, I want the Imam of my time to decide for me the best of decrees and destiny. Ya Rabbi, Ya Rabbi, Ya Rab, Ya Ilahi wa Sayyidi wa Mawlaya wa Malika Riqqi, Ya man biyadihi nasiyati, Ya aliman bidurri wa maskanati, يا خبيرا بفقري وفاقتي، يا ربي يا ربي يا رب، أسألك بحقك وقدسك وأعظم صفاتك وأسمائك أن تجعل أوقاتي من الليل والنهار بذكرك معمورة، وبخدمتك موصولة، وأعمالي عندك مقبولة، حتى تكون أعمالي وأورادي كلها وردا واحدا، وحالي في خدمتك سرمدا. يا سيدي يا من عليه معولي، يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي، يا ربي يا ربي يا رب، قو على خدمتك جوارحي، واشدد على العزيمة جوانحي، وهب لي الجد في خشيتك، والدوام في الاتصال بخدمتك، حتى أسرح إليك في ميادين السابقين، وأسرع إليك في البارزين، وأشتاق إلى قربك في المشتاقين، وأدنو منك دنو المخلصين، وأخافك مخافة الموقنين، واجتمع في جوارك مع المؤمنين. اللهم ومن أرادني بسوء فأرد، ومن كادني فكد، واجعلني من أحسن عبيدك نصيبا عندك، وأقربهم منزلة منك، وأخصهم زلفة لديك، فإنه لا ينال ذلك إلا بفضلك. واجد لي بجودك، وعطف علي بمجدك، واحفظني برحمتك، واجعل لساني بذكرك لهجا، وقلبي بحبك متيما، ومن علي بحسن إجابتك، وأقلني عثرتي، واغفر زلتي. فإنك قضيت على عبادك بعبادتك، وأمرتهم بدعائك، وضمنت لهم الإجابة. فإليك يا ربي نصبت وجهي، وإليك يا ربي مددت يدي، فبعزتك استجب لي دعائي، وبلغني مناي، ولا تقطع من فضلك رجائي، واكفني شر الجن والإنس من أعدائي. يا سريع الرضا اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء، فإنك فعال لما تشاء. يا من اسمه دواء، وذكره شفاء، وطاعته غنى، ارحم من رأس ماله الرجاء، وسلاحها البكاء. يا سابغ النعم، يا دافع النقم، يا نور المستوحشين في الظلم، يا عالما لا يعلم، صل على محمد وآل محمد، وافعل بي ما أنت أهله. وصلى الله على رسوله والأئمة الميامين من آله، وسلم تسليما كثيرا. It's the night of Friday, the Thursday night, the special night of ziyarah of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. We're also told that the first and the last nights of the month, of the lunar month, are special times for the ziyarah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. So let's take our hearts to Karbala. Imagine that you're there, standing as a beggar in the presence of the noble souls who are buried there, asking Allah for your hajat, reaffirming your pledge to the Imam of your time, and sending salam to his grandfather, Sayyid al-Shuhada. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليكم مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. You can recite with me. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Peace and blessings be upon you, my master, O leader of the martyrs, O the ark of salvation, O the one upon whom the tears are shed, O the one who was slain innocently while his mouth was thirsty in the land of Karbala. There is one special companion of Imam Hussein who I've been thinking about today. Let's revisit the story of Al-Hur ibn Yazid al-Riyahi. Hur was somebody who did things on the basis of principle. He didn't just take orders, he thought about what he was doing. There came a time when he was in the army of Umar ibn Sa'ad, where he saw that things were very wrong. Everything he had seen in Imam Hussein was truth, was beauty. He saw that he was the grandson of Rasulullah. He saw how noble his characteristics were. He saw how kind he was, how knowledgeable he was. He saw how he was standing alone, preaching to the people, but instead of listening to him, they filled the air with their voices until he had to turn away from them, disappointed. Hur thinks to himself, what am I doing? Is this even right? How will I answer Rasulullah on the day of judgment if I am responsible for killing his grandson? They see his body shaking, he's trembling. He's a man of war. He's not one to tremble at the beginning of a battle. But here it's not the trembling of one who is fearful of this world. It's one who is fearful of the hereafter. It's somebody who's seeking to be aligned to his purpose of why he was created. It's somebody who's wanting to do tawbah. He says, by Allah, I see myself between heaven and the fire of hell. I will never choose the fire of hell over heaven. With that, he urges his horse forward. He's going to Imam Hussein. He's crying to him, "Oh Hussein, I am the one who caused fear to enter into the hearts of the children of Rasulullah. I am the one who is the cause of terrorizing the women and the children of your camp. I have done all this, O son of the messenger of Allah, but I have a question. Hali min tawbah. Is there any way that I can repent? If I were to repent, would Allah accept my repentance?" Imam Hussein looks at him. He tells him, "O Hur, لَقَدْ تَابَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكَ." Allah has already forgiven you. Hur has gotten what he's looking for. He seeks permission from Imam Hussein to go and fight for the cause of truth. Later, when he is lying on the ground, breathing his last, he has the honor of the Imam of his time coming to him, wiping the blood off his forehead, telling him, "O Hur, you are truly free. In this world and the next, you are truly Al-Hur, like your mother named you." We ask the Imam of our time, Ya Sahib al-Zaman, can we be Hur? Can we be free ones? Free from our low desires and our sins? Can we serve you and your cause? Ya laytana kunna ma'akum فنفوز معكم فوزا عظيما. نسألك اللهم وندعوك باسمك العظيم الأعظم الأعز الأجل الأكرم. يا الله 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 يا رحمن يا رحيم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. Oh Allah, we ask you to accept this dua from us. We ask you to accept this ziyarah from us. We ask you, Ya Allah, to grant us your maghfirah on this special night as we are about to enter into your month. O Allah, we ask you for the tawfiq to be able to witness this month. And we ask you for all the barakat and the blessings and your mercy on this month. We ask you, Ya Allah, to mend our connection with the Ahlul Bayt if it has been severed. We ask you, Ya Allah, to make our connection with the Imam of our time strong. We ask you, Ya Allah, to make our connection with the Qur'an strong. We ask you, Ya Allah, to grant us the patience and the courage to do what is right. We ask you, Ya Allah, to grant us the patience to be able to bear the various bala that we are facing. We ask you, Ya Allah, to cure those who are ill. There are people who are very dear to us among the mu'mineen who are very ill right now. We ask you, Ya Allah, to cure them. We ask you, Ya Allah, to relieve the mu'mineen and all the people of truth and justice of their bala. There are millions of people who are in a situation where the future looks very bleak for them when it comes to starvation and hunger and famine. O Allah, we ask you in your mercy to grant them a solution. We ask you, Ya Allah, to accept our du'as and to forgive us for our sins and to grant us our hajat and to protect and preserve all those who are serving the cause of truth and Islam and justice, especially our maraja, especially the Islamic leadership. We ask you, Allah, to hasten the reappearance of the Imam of our time and to help us to dedicate our lives towards serving him. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa alihi at-tahirin. Taqabbalallah a'malakum. May Allah accept all of your a'mal. So, alhamdulillah, that we had the opportunity to recite this dua together and to remember the Ahlul Bayt and to remember Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Inshallah, we can always be among those who remember Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So I wanted to make a few announcements, and then inshallah have a bit of an interactive portion for all you guys, for everyone there, inshallah, including the kids. So first of all, inshallah, with the help of the team at Ilham Magazine and various other mu'mineen out there, here locally and elsewhere, inshallah, we're going to be having some more programs in the month of Ramadan, mostly on Saturdays, but inshallah we're going to have some special programs on Laylatul Qadr and towards the end of the month as well. We have two special competitions coming up. One of them is like a really fun competition for children and youth ages 5 to 15. It's about coming up with a unique, or your favorite, it doesn't have to be unique, but your favorite food, but you will have to involve one of the foods of the Qur'an. And the Qur'an makes mention of a lot of very interesting and a wide variety of different foods. So you have to find a food, and then, or one or more foods, and then you can make that food. You actually make it, and then you can send it to me. Actually, no, you don't have to send it to me. You can eat it yourselves, but you do have to take a picture of it. And you have to say your recipe has to be like from scratch. It can't be that I just opened up a box and mixed all the ingredients, put some water in, and then put it in the oven. No, it has to be from scratch. And you have to write the recipe and the verse of the Quran, and then you have to submit it. And there's the poster there. You can look at it. There's a deadline. And inshallah, then the winners are going to be announced in one of the live streams, the one that's for the Wilada of Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. So we're going to look forward to looking at your creations. Another competition that we're going to be having is going to be very similar to the one we had for the 15th of Sha'ban. That was connecting to our Imam through art. This one's going to be connecting to the Qur'an through art. But this one's going to be for 3 age categories: for the younger ages, for the kind of like the teenager type of ages, and then for the adults as well. So everyone is going to be able to participate, and you can use whatever artistic expression that you would like to connect to certain verses of the Quran that we're going to inshallah be sharing with you. So stay tuned for the announcement and the poster for that. That one, the winners will be announced, I believe, in the live stream that we will be having for Eid al-Fitr, inshallah. Another announcement is that for Saturday's live stream, I'm looking for some poetry or some like spoken word for having to do with the arrival of the month of Ramadan, and maybe you can make the theme be like the moon of the month of Ramadan, like the moon, and then what it brings for us, so even if it's like a few stanzas, a few lines here and there, I'm looking for kids, I'm looking for youth, teenagers, adults, let your creative juices flow, and then you can just send it into Ilham Magazine, the email address they can inshallah provide, and then maybe it will be read at the live stream. If we don't read it, it doesn't mean that your efforts weren't awesome. All of you guys are awesome. I'm sure that inshallah you read it, your reward will be with Allah, but at the end of the day we can't read everyone's submission, right? So inshallah we'll try to read a few of them, but the more the better, and inshallah if it's not read here, then you can read it to your family and your friends, and inshallah they'll benefit from it. So please do submit that. The other announcement is that we are getting ready from now for the Laylatul Qadr Amal program, it's going to be a whole night affair, and I want to make it be something that's participative, meaning that it's going to be something that we're all going to do inshallah together. So one of the things, there's different things planned, but for the recitation of Surah Ar-Rum, which is one of the surahs that we read on that night, what we're doing is we're going to have our youth boys show their love for the Qur'an by reciting that in a joint manner. How are they going to do that? They're going to be submitting like recitations of like 2 or 3 ayat, and then we're going to string all of them together into like one presentation, and then we're going to be showing that as part of the amal. So it's a unique idea. It should be a really great demonstration of the connection and the love that they have for the Qur'an. But we need them to sign up. I've personally contacted some of them or their families to request them. But of course, I don't know everyone out there, and maybe I don't have the contact, or maybe somebody slipped my mind. So this is just a general announcement. Inshallah, if you are interested, if you're on this live stream, it's for boys who are in grade 6 to grade 12, or 6th grade to 12th grade as of right now. They're all eligible to participate in that. So please do sign up. You can just email or contact the Ilham magazine through social media. Inshallah, they'll be happy to provide you with the necessary information. Okay, now I want to take a bit of a break. What I want to do is show you a video for a charity which is called Al-Ain Charity. I think all of us have heard of Al-Ain. They're doing wonderful work. They are authorized and approved by the Marja'iyah. And what they do is they help orphans of the believers who are in need. And they provide them with services, they provide them with food, they provide them and their families with food, they provide them education. And, given the situation we're in right now in this world where a lot of people are suffering because of the pandemic, we're going to have to think about this very deeply. Like, what is our responsibility? And one thing is that we can step forward and help people in need with whatever extra that we do have. So this charity is seeking donations for the month of Ramadan. There's a 1-minute clip that we're going to be showing you, inshallah. Please feel free to then contact them for donation. For those of you here in Canada, you can get a tax deductible receipt for that as well too. You can also transfer through Interact. You can go to their website. All these options are available. They're an officially registered nonprofit charitable organization. So inshallah, let's see their video.
Ramadan is the month of giving.
It is the month of charity.
A month in which we are united.
It is a time for us to help those in need.
To lend a hand.
To create an impact.
Join us this Ramadan.
To offer what we can.
To spread joy among those who need it most.
At a time where being helpful can seem like a challenge.
Your small acts of kindness can go a long way.
This most of this Ramadan.
Share your iftar meal.
Send a food basket.
Or better yet, sponsor an orphan.
Together.
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 Together, we can empower orphans. Together,
we can make a change.
Okay, so inshallah you can help out with that. Now, here's something exciting. So what we're going to be doing, so that's one charity that inshallah all of us can help out with and inshallah contribute towards. What we're going to be doing with these live streams is, as a collective community of believers who are participating in these, we're going to inshallah try to collectively raise funds for a specific charity, and we're going to be having a small competition actually for that between the Canadians and between the Americans to see who can raise more funds inshallah through the course of the month of Ramadan. So stay tuned for that as well. To every live stream, we're going to inshallah be announcing that, and then there'll be special like fundraiser. It's called crowd fundraising or something like that, where we're going to work together to like kind of encourage each other. We're not going to be trying to like set exorbitant goals. We're going to try to be modest, but inshallah I think that we can do this, and it's one of the inshallah the barakat of coming together for this, that we're going to raise funds for a specific charity. So stay tuned for the announcement of exactly what charity we're going to be raising funds for together inshallah. Okay, so now for a bit of interaction, what we're going to do now is, because we're entering the month of the Quran, right? So there are 3 verses that that I've chosen from the Quran that have to do with Allah's forgiving us and tawbah and these type of things. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my team to play the first verse, which is going to be from Surah. Is it Surah the 20? What's the name of that? What's the name of that? Is it 2082 or? You don't have that name? Okay. Well, okay. Here's what you're gonna do. Okay, I want you to listen to the ayah carefully. Okay, and then I'm gonna ask you the question, because I forgot exactly which ayah it is myself. So listen to it carefully. And I'm gonna ask you a question, and then you can answer it in the chat window, the YouTube live stream chat, or just as a family, you can like just be talking and discussing and answering, and just be learning, and inshallah it's a way of getting closer to the Quran. So let's go ahead and listen to the first verse, and then I'll ask you what the question is.
وَإِنِّي لَغَفَّارٌ لِمَن تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا ثُمَّ اهْتَدَى.
Okay, so that verse is from Surah Taha. And in that verse, one of Allah's names is mentioned that has to do with this topic. Okay, do you know what that name was? See if you can tell me. Can we do it? Can you play one more time? Let's see.
وَإِنِّي لَغَفَّارٌ لِمَن تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا ثُمَّ اهْتَدَى.
Okay, so what was it? What was the name of Allah that was mentioned that has to do with the topic of forgiveness and tawbah? MashaAllah. And you guys are totally, before our Ilham magazine team could even type out the question, you guys are already answering it, mashallah. So it is the name of Allah, Al-Ghaffar. Excellent. Okay, and these verses are very beautiful verses. They're worth like memorizing, because they give you a lot of hope. Allah, wa inni laghaffarun, I am the one who is very, very, very forgiving, for sure. Okay, so that's one verse. Okay, and you guys are still answering, mashallah. Now, verse number 2. So let's hear the verse, and then I'll ask you the question. Go ahead.
قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ جَمِيعًا إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ.
Okay, that verse is from Surah Az-Zumar, Surah 39, 53. And in that verse, Allah makes a special promise. It's one of the verses that, again, we have to know. So let's hear it one more time, and then tell me what the special promise is. I know that all of you don't understand Arabic, but these are the verses that we should like kind of know what he's saying. So go ahead.
قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ جَمِيعًا
Allah's command. Allah forgives all sins. So don't forget that. Okay? Excellent. Thank you to all of you who participated. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Incredible. That's amazing. Oh, there's no audio? Is there no audio? No, there's audio. Okay. Okay, MashaAllah. Excellent. So, okay. So I think the sound was out there for a bit, but excellent. Thank you so much. You guys got it. I'm very impressed. MashaAllah. Okay, and the third verse is from... Well, okay, let's okay. In the third verse, Allah is going to talk about. Allah is going to remind us that when we do tawbah, we should do it in a special way. Okay, so tell me from the verse how we should do tawbah. Okay, go ahead.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا توبوا إلى الله توبة نصوحا عسى ربكم أن يكفر عنكم سيئاتكم ويدخلكم جنات.
Okay, do I have a microphone? Yeah. Okay. So there's a certain way that we should do tawbah. Okay, how should we do tawbah? Tawbatan nasuha from Allah, from Niagara Falls, mashallah. Okay. Okay, please play it one more time. Can we play it one more time, just the beginning of it?
يا أيها الذين آمنوا توبوا إلى الله توبة نصوحا عسى ربكم أن يكفر عنكم.
Okay, do I have a microphone? Okay, so the verse is 66:8 exactly. It's Surah Al-Ahqaf, Surah verse number 8, and sincerely, exactly. When you do tawbah, like, may it be a sincere tawbah, like a complete tawbah. Don't hold back in any way. Completely turn back to being an abd of Allah. Don't be half an abd. Don't be 3/4 of an abd. Be 100% an abd to Allah. And inshallah, in that case, Allah will accept your tawbah. And there's some beautiful stories that come along with that. And inshallah, maybe if we get a chance, we can talk about a few of those. So last thing for this evening, I have a question for you guys. As we are entering the month of Ramadan, I think that a lot of you have like these really nice, like beautiful memories of entering this month. Some nostalgic sort of like, thoughts and memories, maybe some sounds and some sights that come to your mind about the month of Ramadan. And like, unfortunately, sometimes people they paint them in Ramadan as being something like, oh my God, it's month of Ramadan. But actually, it's like the best of guests. Like that's how Imam Sajjad describes it, like the best of guests that could ever come to us. So I want you to share, if you're comfortable, maybe one of those thoughts, one of those signs, one of those sounds or those sights that come to mind about the beginning of the month of Ramadan. And inshallah, we can all benefit from your sharing that in the live chat window. Do I have the microphone? Yeah, I made a mistake about the surah. It is Surah At-Tahrim, verse number 8. That was the last verse. Yes, thank you. Okay, my grandfather reciting Qur'an, one of my most nostalgic memories. Fun and a good feeling inside of me. All types of food. Opening the window of maghfirah. Okay. Gatherings. Yes. My parents reciting the translations of the Holy Quran the entire month. Fasting. Ramadan programs that we used to have and Laylatul Qadr nights. Yeah. Okay, amazing mosque vibes and mosque chai. Yeah, that chai, man. That chai. And then there's that coffee. Like, oh man, yeah. Okay, a special month for remembering everyone, your family, and those who need help. That we are the guest of Allah. He is the host. We are entering the banquet hall of Allah. MashaAllah. Reading Qur'an, seeing our families, fasting the nights of Qadr. Reading a lot of Qur'an, Laylatul Qadr nights. Vinto. Okay. Reading Dua al-Iftitah, fasting and reading Qur'an. Okay. Anybody else? Like something from back home, something from like your childhood, something from last year, staying up late, eating that watermelon. Yeah, especially in those summer fasts, right? Where you're like, or those Quds day fasts, right? Waking up to the spell of suhoor, giving. My mother used to prepare suhoor for us, even though she couldn't fast. May Allah bless her, Brother Ibrahim. Giving plates to family and friends. The Munajat wa Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, everyone. It's really nice. It's really beautiful what you're saying. Qur'an, going to mosque, moon sighting with the family. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't do it this time. Like, I think that the police might look at us, be like, "What are these guys doing? Like standing there in the public?" I don't know if it would comply with social distancing rules. So probably not, unless you can go to the roof of your home or something. I don't know. Fatima Zahra says, my first fast last year. That's awesome, Fatima Zahra. The call for Sahri on loudspeaker from the mosque. The night of Qadr, doing good deeds. Hot samosas. Man, Hussein, Mohan, you have really good perspective. I like them. Okay, and then I'm not quite sure what that's referring to. Okay, shortened school days. Oh, firni or something. I guess I'm not familiar with that dish. Is it firni? Okay, the du'as my mom used to play during suhoor and my uncle reciting. I was finding out at the last moment about it. Yeah, so, yeah. Okay, my first roza with my cousin, the drum beating at the sahri back home. Yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia that we have as a family, because in Iran, there's these particular ayat of the Qur'an that they play I think that's right before the iftar time, right? Or in the Sahri, they have the special things that they play from the radio and from the TV and everything like that. So it's very like, it's kind of like sad but also hopeful, very beautiful. And many other beautiful memories from being in an Islamic country. Reading Qur'an with the family, hearing the names of Allah. Yeah, the names of Allah, that's what they do in Iran as well too. Yep. Okay, excellent. So that was wonderful, and inshallah looking forward to more participation. If you guys have any ideas of what we can do, inshallah, we're trying different things, but inshallah we'll keep it up. But if you have any ideas, feel free to give us sessions. Last thing, one important thing. One of the families that who has been taking part in these live sessions, they informed us that there was several young mu'mineen who put together like a video about entering the month of Ramadan, and it's done in like a kind of an animation style thing. It's very interesting. It's like about a 5-minute clip. I'm gonna request the Alham magazine team to post the link to that in the chat window, and then inshallah, you guys, what you can do is you can save that and you can watch it at your own time. But it's a very interesting, creative. They have some very interesting ideas that are part of that, and so thank you for sharing that with us. what you can do then, if you miss it, you can always get it from like the YouTube what do you call it, the live, the replay in the chat thing, and you can just click on it from there. But they just posted it right now in the chat window. Okay. So Elham Magazine team, if there's anything that I forgot, please feel free to add it. Otherwise, we are going to end for tonight. Oh, we're gonna just show you the posters that go along with that Al-Ain video that was there a little before, in case you want to know what the specific campaigns that they're raising funds for in the month of Ramadan. Just take a look at these. Okay, yeah. So, okay, thank you. You told me what the feni is. Okay, now I know what you're talking about now. Okay, just we call it something else. But yeah, that's good. I agree with you. Okay, so thank you very much. تقبل الله أعمالكم. نسألكم الدعاء. May Allah Ta'ala bless you and may allow us all to enter into the month of Ramadan in the best of states. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين.